Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is going to be on Nick and Olandria from Love Island. Now, I'm gonna just warn y'all, I don't know too much about them. I don't watch Love Island. All I know is that Olandria, there's something off about that woman. And I just can't put my finger on it. Sometimes y'all, I can just look at someone and tell that, something is off about them. And this is me not even knowing too much about her, and people feel the same way. I didn't even know there was a hate train for Olandria until probably like a few months ago. I was like, yeah, I don't like this girl either. Something's off, right? And I just can't put my finger on it. I saw a clip where I guess Olandria was getting into it with some girl at the reunion for the show. And then the girl apologized to Olandria, and she was like, I don't know what happened in that instance, but she was like, oh, I heard your apology. I wasn't fucking with it. And then they panned the camera to Nick, and Nick was smirking because, she was being direct and all that. And I was like, this relationship is not giving authentic. I don't know. It was just the way he smirked. I don't know, y'all. We gonna see, though. We gonna see. I said, I don't pay attention to them, so let me know if I guess I'm wrong, y'all, okay? But my question is going to be, how does Nick feel about the news of their split? How does Nick feel about everybody knowing that they split, I should ask? How does Nick, the one that dated Olandria, how does he feel about everyone knowing that they split? I'm trying to distract myself from thinking of you. I'm not ready to step out of my comfort zone. I love you with all my heart and soul. Walking away made me realize how much I love you. And then we have, I'm sorry for giving you false hopes. What about Olandria? How does Olandria feel about the news of their split? How does Olandria feel about everyone knowing the news that they split up? You're the only one that truly understands me. I don't want to lose you. I've been trying to forget about you, but I can't. You and them blockages, advice, and outcome. Okay. Y'all, I don't know what I want. Okay. So, these are oracle cards, and oracle cards are not as straightforward as tarot is, right? So with that, I'm seeing two possible scenarios here. One, they could actually be split up and then get back together, or they may not even be split up at all and it's false information. I don't know if the claims actually came out of either of their mouths or if it was just a rumor, unconfirmed rumor, but there's two possibilities here. I do see that they have some level of love for each other and admiration. And if they were actually in a relationship like they claim they were, there were some problems and some misunderstandings in their connection. And so how they feel is, it's not even more so about the public. It's more so about how they feel about each other, is how they feel. I think that their separation, if they were separated, they honestly could be. They could just probably be going through a rough patch. And either one of them just stopped wanting to fake, being cool and being calm and, acting happy. This news of everybody knowing that they split up kind of amplifies their pain. And it kind of makes basically going through their rough patch worse, for the both of them. I think that Nick has grown to, I think he likes her more than she likes him. I think he's a lot more affectionate than she is. I think he wears his heart on his sleeve more than she does. It's either that or she doesn't like him as much as he likes her. Either or. I think she's more secluded and less affectionate than he is, when it comes to outwardly. She might, show love through actions or, instead of, affirmations like, oh, saying I love you, this, and that. She'd much rather show her love through affection and actions and spending time rather than verbally expressing her love. I think he's more emotionally available than she is, or at least he's more, uh, what's the word? He's more like affectionate. Yeah, that's basically how they feel. I do think that there is everything is not perfect in paradise when it comes to them. And if there is a split, then it's because of, they are going through a rough patch. And I feel like it's on her end. Since we have the you them blockages, I honestly feel like it's on her end. There's some friction here that she has a problem. There's a problem here that she has with him. It could be, them not being on the same page when it comes to something, but it has something to do with her. I don't see no infidelity or anything either. It's just like probably personality conflictions or something like that, or maybe like, I don't know, like culture barriers or something. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll dig deeper. Energy of Nick and Olandria's connection all the way up until they're split. We have double life. If y'all can't see the cards, I'm so sorry. It's just because I can't see like this screen, so I have no idea where my cards are, like on this, how my cards are showing up on the screen. So sorry about that. We have unemployed. Ooh. We have growing together. Soul searching. I'm gonna just hurry up and say this before I forget. I do think that they do have some sort of soul contract. I do see that because they weren't, their match isn't random in the spiritual realm. It's not. I do think they may have had a past life together. But she doesn't like him because he doesn't have any ambitions. He doesn't want to grow outside of the show or show business. Y'all, it might even be all the way down to he ain't got no money. He doesn't have anything to show for it aside from being on a dating show. Yeah, he's not as established as she'd like him to be. That's her problem. See, anyway, that's her problem with him. He likes her. It's just that it's a turnoff because he has no ambition. He's giving pretty boy, he's giving prince, wants everything handed to him, but not willing to work for it. She doesn't feel like he's on her level. For life to learn a lesson. It's not even showing me like their day-to-day, life and connection. It's more so just it is a soul a soul contract connection, like a karmic connection or soulmates or whatever. But she was meant to learn a lesson. They weren't meant to stay together. We have spiritual attack, yeah, and then we have push and pull, and we have spirit got you. Have you ever like conversated with someone and like it was awkward? It's like y'all would just throw things out there, y'all would say stuff, and then it's like, and you're like, how you feel, and deep down you're like, ugh, it feels kind of awkward. I need to hurry up and say something to fill the silence. I don't know what to say. It feels like kind of like a push and pull. Sounding kind of like tug of war sort of conversation. I feel like this is what the connection feels like. It's like very surface level. It didn't get deep at all. It was parties, lavish, fun. They didn't even live together, y'all. Going out places, doing PR. They may have even, slept with each other, but I don't even see sex. Like, I don't even see intimacy. I don't. Like, I just see... Yeah, I don't even know what I see. He's not a bad guy. I will say that. His energy is not bad. That's a shame. He doesn't want to hurt her. His intentions towards her are not bad. It's just that it's a turn off because he don't want to work. Like, well, it's not that he doesn't want to work. It's just he doesn't have any ambition. He doesn't want to grow beyond show business or a show. She wants alpha. And honestly, also, I think she likes black men. She likes Olandria likes the hood type, okay? She likes a little, kind of like the game, or Kevin Gates, but taller, more in shape and darker. That's her type. Kind of like Kevin Gates or The Game, like kind of like gangster masculine-ish, and then have like a little sense of humor. Like, you know, that's her type. He's not he's not necessarily her type physically, but she was willing to look past that, if he had if his priorities and shit were together. Intuition test. Camel pull these. Was Nick and Olandria's relationship real? Let me get probably. Ooh. Then we have apologize for any wrongdoing and walk away politely. Sleep on it. Was Nick and Olandria's relationship real? Were they actually dating? We have the Page of Swords. Yeah, y'all. They were dating, but they weren't in a relationship. I think that it was in the talking stages for a while. I feel like they were like, oh, let's take it slow. Like, I honestly wouldn't even say that this is an official relationship. It feels like oh, we're dating, but we're not like boyfriend and girlfriend. And something about being sneaky here, being dishonest. And I got the same vibe when I pulled the other cards. What is this? Was there infidelity? Can you clarify? I mean, yeah, it was there was a card that said double life. Somebody was stepping out. Somebody was being dishonest in the connection. Can you clarify the Seven of Swords? Yeah, you know what? I don't even think it's that. I think it's how one person felt about another person. And I feel like somebody was hiding their true feelings. Do I think that the relationship was for PR purposes? I mean, their relationship did generate revenue, but that wasn't the main focus. It wasn't. I think they genuinely kind of tried getting to know each other. I don't know, just things very surface level, energy, connection. I wouldn't even say they were boyfriend and girlfriend. They were dating. They were dating. What did these yes and no cards say? Apologize for any wrongdoing and walk away politely. Yes, ensure to protect or conserve your emotional. And absolutely not. Exactly. With this, yes, I wouldn't say, like I said before, they weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. They were dating. Was their relationship real? It was kind of misleading a little bit. With this, yes, ensure to protect, conserve your emotional. I just told you, somebody was keeping their emotions, their real emotions and feelings to themselves. And with this, apologize for any wrongdoing and walk away politely. I think this was Olandria that kind of decided to split up with him. And you know what? I think she texted him. Oh, you wrong for that, girl. You wrong for that. Oh, damn. Yeah, I think she's the one that broke up with him. She kind of made him sad. She broke his heart. He'll be fine, though. He'll be fine. And I'm not saying that, you know, I hope that doesn't sound insensitive. I'm saying that he'll be fine because it's like, it's kind of like just a hiccup that he just went through. Kind of just a hiccup. He'll heal. He'll heal and he'll move on. But it wasn't something like super damaging, you know, to his, because things didn't go very deep. Yeah. And then we have the moon card. Cheryl. What are some messages that they want to say to each other? Olandria want to say to each other. What does Nick want to say to Olandria? We need to take it slow. I love you with all my heart and soul. I'm cutting you off for now. I feel that magnetic pull towards you. I know you deserve more than I can give at the moment. I want to be with you, but I'm scared. But nobody's going to replace how I feel about you. Yeah, he loves her. He has feelings for her. He wanted to be there for her in all ways possible. There may be a feeling of inadequacy here when it comes to him. But also with this, I'm cutting you off for now. I think she broke up with him, and he's respecting that. He's giving her her space. And I don't even think he's wishing to get back together, to be honest. I think he's just basically just trying to cope, trying to heal. What does Olandria want to say to Nick? I still have hope we can work this out. I'm sorry I lied to you. See, I knew it. See, it was her. It was her with the dishonesty. She don't. She led this man on, y'all. And to be honest, ooh. Okay. Spirit is saying, I didn't watch the show, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? But Spirit is saying she settled for him because I think she liked somebody else on the show, but they didn't like her back. So she settled for him. And she led him on. She led him on all this time. She didn't like him like that. Thank you, Spirit. I want you to love me for who I am. Y'all, you know, I knew I didn't like her. I knew there was something I didn't like about her. And it's like, I don't know. It was just written all over her aura, all over her face. Like, she was being deceptive. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, I don't know. That's odd. I feel bad for him because he didn't do anything wrong. I don't see in the cards he did anything wrong. They just weren't aligned. Yes, they had a soul contract, but the soul is different from the conscious mind, right? And so keep in mind, yes, you have a soul contract, you have a soul's purpose and all that, but you're still living in a vessel that has the free will to do whatever they want and to even think whatever they want. And the vessel and even the consciousness that occupies the vessel is very impressionable and abides by free will. So if that makes sense. So just because you have a soul contract with somebody, just because you have a magnetic pull towards someone, does not necessarily mean that the vessel and the conscious is going to succumb to that soul contract. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna leave this reading here. And then we wanted different things at the bottom of the deck. Child, I'm gonna leave this reading here, okay? And I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye.